here is how you create a fully integrated event in Catholic social media and immediately notify your parishes. So when you log in, you're going to go to your calendar, okay? Now, the thing about integrated events that I want to note too is when you create it, you're actually gonna be able to pull from existing posts and resources. So really the true step number one, which I won't bore you with today because you know how to do it, is to create your posts and to create your resources that are tied to this event. So a lot of you had ordinations that you were promoting on the calendar. If you had posts and you had resources attached with those, you'd want to have those created beforehand before you go to actually create the event and notify your parishes, okay? So what you'll do is when you have the event you want to create, you'll go to the date of that event and you'll click on the plus icon. And you're going to click on create event right here. I'm not going to go through that because I've already actually just created this just for the sake of time. I'm going to just edit my current event to show you kind of start to finish what it looks like. So when you click create event, it will pull you into this screen. Obviously, yours will be blank. I've already got some of this filled out. But the key details here is you're adding a name, an event name, and an event description. So this is actually the first thing that your parishes or schools will see when they open that event on their calendar. They will see the name, the description, followed by other social posts and resource attachments, okay? So I just gave a quick blurb just to let them know what this is, things that they need to be aware of. I can also add a color code. So this is a 6-digit hex code. I usually just go and Google like hex code generator or something like that, and you can just go find any color you want and then get the exact code and paste it in here. So you'll see mine is a darker green. That's how it'll show up on the calendar for your parishes, for your schools. So you can customize that. Again, the event date we already picked was August 16th, this Sunday. So that's filled in for me already. So this is all probably fairly familiar to you all who've been creating events. But then we're going to click next, and then we're going to be able to tag and assign distribution group. So this is important too because I know a lot of you have been asking for the feature of notifications. How do I notify my parishes or specific subset of parishes or schools about this specific piece of content or this event? Calendar integrated events are actually the primary way to do that now. And the nice thing about this is, and why we include this step on the creation process, is because you can, at the very end, you're going to have the opportunity to do an email notification immediately to parishes. So if you add a distribution group, because this really only needs to be notified, or there's only a small subset of parishes that need to be notified of this, this is where you would add their distribution group so that it only notifies that group of parishes. Again, notification wise, you all know this when you're communicating with your parish and your schools, you don't want to bombard them with too much. So if you're going to use that email notification functionality, this would be your chance to select a subset of parishes that really need to be notified about it. So you'll be able to tag, you'll be able to add distribution groups. I'm going to click next because this is then where the newer fun part comes in. The first thing it's going to ask you to do on the next slide, so this is step number 3, is attach event posts. And it's actually just pulling from all of the social media content I've already published as a diocese, okay? And it's pulling specifically from that kind of subset of time in August that the event is. So the week before, the week during, the week after the event is kind of when it's pulling. So it knows that that's probably where your most important social posts around this event are going to be. So I already created these posts, and what I'm doing is I'm simply adding or removing them to the integrated event. So if you're following along, you're going to see all of your content for that kind of subset of 3 weeks. And you're just going to click add on the posts that have to do with this event. So I've created actually 5 posts that promote this event, some of which are actually recommended in July. So they're not showing up here, and I'll show you if you do have events or posts that you want to include in here that maybe are recommended for earlier times. What I would recommend is setting them as monthly posts so that they show up here as well. So again, it's kind of grabbing that subset of time that's going to be more pertinent to your event. So these are the posts that I've created. Again, I only created these posts in August in this test account. You have probably 20 plus posts that are going to show up here. And you're going to want to look through and see, okay, which ones are part of this event that I want to add. In this case, I'm going to add all of them, okay? I'm then going to click next, And my step number 4 then prompts me, what resources do I want to add to this? And again, I've already created the category, so that's been done. It's called Back to School Mass 2026, and I simply add it to this calendar event, okay? I'm going to click next then, and then this very last step is where I can decide if I want to send notifications or not. So a few notes here, by default, it's not selected. So I could just publish this out as is. It won't send an email notification. It will immediately show up on my parish and schools on their CSM calendar. And they'll have access. They'll be able to click into it. They'll be able to see the post, the resource, start using it, okay? So not everything you're going to want to notify them about, which is fine. They're going to log in. The next time they log in, they're going to see this event for them on their CSM calendar. If you want to notify them, you'll check mark this box right here. And what this does is actually kind of writes up an email already for you that you can tweak in this text box. So the default is hi. It's going to insert the parish user's name. It'll say Back to School Mass is coming up on August 16th. We've created events on your calendar with links to posts and resources that you should be using. It's actually going to create a custom link then as well. So what this will do when the parish receives the email, they can click that link, and if they're logged in, it will bring them directly to that integrated event in their Catholic social media account. Another thing you could do, say you don't want to email, you don't want to send out an email blast right away, but maybe you want to grab this URL. You could come in and just copy paste this URL and save it for your own uses, so that if you're, maybe you want to send out your own email as part of a newsletter, you could use this unique link to reference in that newsletter as well. And then here, I can obviously change this to whatever I want it to be. Again, this is just supposed to get you a starting point. You can update this email however you see fit. You can bold things, italics, underlines, you can add more links, bold, all that good stuff you can do. So then if I click publish in this instance, it's going to email the owner of each parish account, and it'll publish the event for me, okay? I'm going to just real quick uncheck and just click publish here. And then my event is on my calendar. It isn't on my parish's calendar. And so for both me and the parish, so if I'm a parish and I see this on my calendar, I click into it. And I'm actually going to see, this is exactly how they're going to see it as well. They're going to see the details. They're going to see the event posts. They're going to see the resources just like this, so that I can click into it. And it'll pull me directly into that resource as a parish or as a school. In this case, if I click the resource to take me directly to it, we've got prayer cards in here. We've got some of those flyers, PDF version, PNG version. We got some of those visuals. It takes them directly to that item. Or if they're wanting to schedule a social media post, they see the post, they click into it, and they'll immediately be able to edit and schedule it out.